So, I've made a video talk about the 5 things I don't like about this Hawk 250. So, let's talk about the 5 things I do like. There's a lot of things I love about this bike. I've been riding it for over 2,000 miles. It is my daily commuter, maybe semi-daily right now, because we've been having a lot of rain days and it's been cold. But yeah, I think I've got a good amount of time. I can talk about the things that I value the most out of this motorcycle, and it might not be what you think. Let's start with number 5. These are in no particular order. We just count down, I guess. But this one's not going to come to a surprise to many people, because it is one of the main reasons why a lot of people buy these motorcycles in the first place. But it is the price. You cannot beat the price of this motorcycle. I bought my motorcycle on Amazon for $1,700. That's including shipping. It had free shipping, but it's really like a $1,400 bike that usually you have to pay for shipping. They just included it on this Amazon post. So it's $1,700, ships right to your house, and all you got to do is put the wheel on, change the oil, and you're pretty much good to go. I would recommend some mods. We could talk about that later, but for $1,700 you have a usable trail bike, which is insane. Like, if you have a big farm or just a bunch of land that you want to get a not super powerful motorcycle to just kind of mess around on, this bike is perfect for that. That's not what I use it for, but that really is such a good use for it, because it gets you there under $2,000. You can keep everything stock at that point if you're just going to be riding around your neighborhood. But that brings me to number 2, and that's the availability of mods. We all know with the COVID stuff that's happened, a lot of parts or components or different types of things that people have been looking for to buy have been hard to get. And the good thing about this bike is it's very, very, very easy to get most of your parts. You can order straight from a CSC website, which has like the stock parts for everything that you'd want. But you can also just buy a bunch of upgrades, like your mods, on Amazon, which is the best part. Oh, that guy was on an electric scooter. Sometimes I see him on an electric bike. So yeah, every single mod that you see here on my motorcycle was purchased on Amazon. No exaggeration. Actually, my grips I bought at Cycle Gear, but you can buy those on Amazon as well. That's not a big deal. But yeah, you get your carb, you get your exhaust, get your exhaust gaskets, you can get your new speedometer, you can get new mirrors if you want. Everything that I have done to my bike, new sprockets, new chain, all that ordered from Amazon, prime shipping at my house within a few days. And honestly, when it comes to modding a motorcycle, you can't get any more simple than that. And the bike is very open. Like, there's no difficulty to get to any part of the bike. You can do your own oil changes, your own valve. You could do all your own maintenance. Sorry, got a little distracted there. I'm going. And that's another really good thing about the bike with the mods, is that when you're learning to put them in, it's not an intimidating experience. You buy them from Amazon and then you put them on your $1,700 bike. It's not crazy. Number 3 is the rideability of this motorcycle. It is a very, very comfortable. Now, it is a very tall motorcycle, so if you don't have long legs or aren't, like, I'd say above like 5'9", you might have a little bit difficulty with trying to flat foot it. I can't even flat foot it at 6 foot plus with shoes on, but I do have short legs and a long torso, so keep that in mind if you're going to be buying this bike. It is a tall bike, but it makes it very easy to maneuver. It's got that big 21-inch wheel in the front, 18 in the back. It feels very planted. You don't get a very twitchy feeling in the handlebars. The big 21-inch wheels allows you to really learn how to put your weight into counter steering. because it's not going to twitch too quickly on you. It's not just going to turn. You know, the big 21-inch wheel really allows for exaggerated learning of rider movements, which is really good for a beginner. And number 2, this is probably the most surprising one. It's a slow motorcycle. You guys are probably like, what the fuck are you talking about? How can one of the reasons why you love this bike be because it's slow? And I also did a bunch of mods to make it faster. Only up to 70 miles an hour, but stock it was like 55 miles an hour. But that I would consider slow in the grand scheme of road motorcycles. And what a slow motorcycle allows you to do is to try to extract the full potential out of a motorcycle that you own as a beginner. If you get like a SV650, it's going to take you a long time to reach your limits on that bike. And I'm not saying that I'm reaching my limits on my Hawk 250, but you can find those limits a lot quicker and a lot safer at lower speeds and with more exaggerated movements to help you learn how to do things correctly, so that when you get onto a faster bike that reacts quicker to your body movements, where you need to be more precise and more immediate with what you're telling the bike to do, you'll already have all those things dialed in on your muscle memory, and you just have to ramp up the speed. So that's where I think a lot of people get confused when it comes to stuff like counter steering. They have like a, you know, a Gixxer 600 that when they try to counter steer it, it, you know, really leans the bike over, because they got sporty tires that want to lean over, and they have a sporty bike that wants to lean over, and there's in a position on their bike that makes the bike want to lean over. So everything happens very quickly, very immediately, and it's hard to learn from that perspective. And I'm not saying it's possible. Tons of people out there buying leader bikes as their first bike and learning, but for me, I wanted something that was slower to help keep me within my limits, to the point where I can feel comfortable pushing it and not feeling like I'm completely risking my life. Which, you know, every time we get on a motorcycle, we're taking a risk. So I'd like to minimize it if I can. The number one reason that I love this motorcycle is the ability to go wide open throttle and not get bucked off. So that might tie in a little bit with my last point of the bike being slow. But man, when you're out riding and you got the wind flowing through, you got the fall leaves dropping low, and you're just cranking on the throttle 100%, you feel the motor kicking and pushing as hard as it possibly can to get you where you're going. You're not going very fast, you're not moving very quickly, but god damn, it doesn't feel good to go wide open throttle. Woo! Alright, let's settle down. Seems like there's a lot of stuff in the road, like wet leaves and stacks of hay. I don't know where that's coming from, but that seems dangerous. But yeah, the sensation of going wide open throttle feels absolutely incredible. And if I had a bike that is a lot stronger, there is no way that I'd be pulling wide open throttle in the middle of neighborhoods like I just did. And I totally just downshifted too many gears. And with that being said, link below in the description if you want to buy this motorcycle as well as all the mods. Everything's available on Amazon. Super easy. You can fill up your cart, be checked out in 20 minutes, and then have a motorcycle at your door in less than a week. If that's for you, please use my links. It helps support the channel a little bit. I don't get much, I get like 1 or 2%, but it's something, right? But we definitely don't make much from YouTube. That being said, I love all the support. Subscribe, everything, all that. Peace out. Love you guys.